Hi, this is second lesson related to UI components of Ionic. So let's see how we can change the UI components of Ionic. So let me go to the website. Let's go to the developers, UI components. Here we get a list of all the UI components supported by Ionic. Here we can select whether we are going to use Angular, React, or simply JavaScript or Vue. These are the list of UI components that Ionic provides us. So let's explore. So let me recall our last application here. We want to get into it using CMD and open using code. Let's explore few of the UI components. For example, let's go to the action sheet. So UI component is basically provided by Ionic to use in our application to solve different purposes. So action sheet is an example of UI component. If you click it, you can see we get some options here. We can perform few actions depending upon the UI, play, delete, whatever. So we can use all these components listed here in our application. For example, let's start with the alert, and we can click on alert. We can choose whatever action we want to do, either yes, no, agree, disagree. Let's see how to implement alerts in our application. Let me go to the code. Let's go to the page. Let's add a button. So we need to find a button here and button. So there are lots of buttons here. This is a very basic button. So let's copy it. We want to put it inside our code. So let me modify it. This is our Ion content. And just delete it. We save it. To see our application, we can open the terminal, write Ionic serve. Now our application is ready. Let me press F12 to come to mobile view. Now we can see we have a show alert button here. We want to perform few actions on click of this. So let's do it. Let's add a click handler. Let's create a function in the TS file. This is where we write our code. Whatever we write in this is going to be executed on that button click. So let's do it. What we want is we want to replicate this thing here. Once we click on this, we want this kind of alert and we want a button. To use a component, we need to create a function. So let's do it. We want to present the alert on click of that button. I'm just simply copying the UI component code here, pasting it here. We need to import alert controller. In order to import alert controller, we need to provide this dependency injection. So let's do the same. We need to import the library. Now we want this action to be performed on button click. So we just simply call it this dot alert and save all the files. Our app is now refreshed, and when we click on this, we get an alert with the OK. If I convert it to iPhone and refresh, we can see the iOS alert is shown. We can use other components in the same way. We can use, let's say, a card. In order to create this kind of UI, all we need to do is we need to copy this and paste it in our application HTML. Let's see what comes. If I save it, we can see the cards. If you want to put an image there, we can do that too. Let's replace the source file. And just paste it. Save it. Let's see if it is shown. As you can see, we have the image here. So in this way, we can use many of the components. So Ionic provides a very rich set of components that we can go through. We can use all of them, like checkbox, fab. You can explore a lot of components here on Docs API.